Nothing. Nothing for $10,000. Don't even insult. Don't insult the brand equity that I've built over these 30 years of television. I just don't, man. And I'm doing this absolutely free of charge because I want this country to be in her hands.
Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Another week, we still got the same gatekeepers, the D.L. Hugleys, the Roland Martins, the Plies, the Ricky Smileys, and then now we got Steve Harvey to add to the Mount Rushmore of older black men telling black men, young black men, black people how they think we should vote, what they think we should do. At least he's being more honest than the mainstream media. You know, telling us that he is going to be asking her easy questions because he wants her to secure this election. By the way, guys, it happened again. I recorded the video earlier and my mic was muted or whatever. My inputs was messed up. So here I go, take two. Before I get into all of that, though, I do want to say, if it's your first time in, welcome. Other than that, welcome back. It's unbelievable. She's running her campaign. No policies have been said. You ask people, they don't have any policies for her to say. Besides, now she has the $6,000 child tax credit, which she copied from J.D. Vance, who was saying a $5,000 child tax credit. And then she had the no tax on tips, which was stolen from Trump as well. I'm not sure how we got here, but here we are. All right, you got Steve Harvey speaking to VP Harris at the 100 Black Men of America conference. Let's check out what they got to say.
Before y'all start calling my radio show and DMing me, talking about why you ain't asked no hard-hitting questions, that ain't what this is. I'm throwing a lob. This is an alley-oop for a dunk, because this administration needs to get the word out of what they're actually doing and what they're actually accomplishing, so we can stop all this foolishness about what you're doing for black people.
There you go. There you go, right there. He doesn't care to ask any questions. They don't care about policy. All right, the TDS, the woke mind virus, all of that is hitting these people. Steve Harvey and the Charlemagnes and all these other guys need to just go ahead and just admit that they being paid to push the propaganda.
I want to know who's the real president of this country. Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I don't think the vice president can hear you. It's Simone. I'm so sorry, Charlamagne. We have to wrap.
She can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Madam Vice President?
I'm sorry. We got to wrap.
Oh.
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
They're acting like they can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, so who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlamagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president.
This administration needs to get the word out of what they're actually doing and what they're actually accomplishing, so we can stop all this foolishness about what.
So what are they doing? What have they accomplished? You're sitting up there. Why not you, since she has so much that she's done, right? Because she is the vice president, the sitting vice president. So the last 3.5 years, she had, or more than that at this point, but she should have policies that he should be able to just pull. But he doesn't. And their audience, their fan base, I'm telling you, yo, these people rely on their fan base being stupid. They have to. All that they have is talking about Trump. All right, I was having a debate with some family, shout out to them, but they're all liberals, all voting Kamala. And we sat there and we spoke, and the only thing that they're doing is talking about Trump. And I was purposely trying to bring the conversations back to the policies, and they couldn't do it. Okay? Kamala could not go into these hard places and speak to people. Okay? I'll put another black woman against her. She could not speak to a Harris Faulkner. She couldn't. Harris Faulkner would eat her alive, and they know that.
So now this next question is another lob for her to dunk.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us, right? It's no longer in a physical place.
Well, they done a lot, man, but we see, I'm on this radio show.
So name something.
I'm hearing all these people talking about, I'm not voting if they not doing nothing for us. Listen to me. If you...
Yo, it's good that people are calling into his show. You know, people are at least a little bit informed. Okay, Kamala Harris was the least popular, or one of the least popular candidates in the primaries in 2020. And then when she became the vice president, she has been the least popular vice president in history. But all of a sudden, everybody wants to vote Kamala. And it's crazy because I don't even think that they truly wanted her. But they had to keep her because if they wanted to keep all that money that they had raised, Harris had to be on the ballot.
If we don't vote, how we gonna ask for something next time? We don't vote. How we gonna ask for something next time? If we don't vote, how we gonna ask for something next time?
Next time, in 2020, they ran on all of these things. Have we seen any of it? And nobody is holding her accountable for being the sitting vice president. She said her and Joe Biden work hand in hand, close to each other on all the policies that they've been passing. What policies? What's going on with the southern border? What's going on with inflation? She doesn't even get asked these questions, and that's the problem I have. And you see, at least Steve Harvey is keeping it real, unlike the media. And we all know what they're doing. They're doing exactly what he's doing right here, just throwing her the easy lobs for her to slam dunk.
If you ain't got no voting power, you talking about reparations. Ain't nobody finna give you no reparations and you don't vote? Why you think they finna give us some money? No how, man. I hope they do.
Ain't worried about reparations. The DNC paying him, allegedly. This is going to be Steve Harvey on his radio show, doubling down on what he said. This is going to be pretty much the game plan up until the election. Keep her out of the spotlight. Whenever she is in the spotlight, don't challenge her. Don't challenge her on policies that are in place, that could have been in place. She's running a campaign saying she will do this, she will do that, she will do this. Literally, she's the sitting vice president. Why can't she do it right now?
Nothing. Nothing for $10,000. Don't even insult. Don't insult the brand equity that I've built over these 30 years of television. I just don't, man. And I'm doing this absolutely free of charge because I want this country to be in her hands as opposed to Donald Trump's hands. That's why I do it. Now, me and Ricky Smiley happen to be on the same page. Now, we Q's now, and so is D.L. Hughley.
Hey, yo, we back to this fraternity and sorority thing. Hey, yo, man, I should have joined a fraternity. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't go to university. I went to trade school and online school. Shit, fuck that.
The Q's is running the airwaves of Black radio. I'm doing it gladly for free. Yes. And I'm going to freely have her on here again and again and again. I am going to freely ask soft-ass questions.
You see it. All right, the Roland Martins, the Charlemagnes, the D.L. Hughleys, the Steve Harveys, the Ricky Smileys. You know, older black men, they're cooked. Now they're following Kamala like if this is going to be a brand new regime coming in and this is going to be all this change. They are really just voting based on identity. Okay, she's black, she's a woman, she's a first-generation American, a child of immigrants. She's beautiful, she's, whatever. She checks all these boxes. But what are her policies? He still can't say anything now. And at least he's admitting that he's going to ask her these simple questions. You can't tell me some of these people aren't paid. Whether they're willing to admit it or not, you can't tell me that. We already saw it with Kai Cenat saying, and other influencers saying, the Harris Walls campaigns were reaching out to pay them to create content that was pushing their agendas. Maybe some of them are, maybe some of them aren't. I don't know.
Lob the basketball so she can slam dunk all these questions? Oh, yes. I'm going to freely sit here and agree. So the black vote is not for sale.
Black vote ain't for sale no more. Black vote ain't for sale.
But it is a very important block of votes that can control the outcome of this election. There's only two people running for president. Yeah. It's Kamala Harris, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, or Donald Trump. That's the choice.
Yo, the TDS is so real, especially with Steve Harvey making the money that he makes. I know he knows the difference between the lives that we lived from 2016 to 2020 versus 2020 to now. But then again, you speak to people who will look you in the face and honestly tell you that they were paying more in taxes, paying more, whatever, under Trump's administration than they are currently. They will tell you that life has never been easier because under Trump, they couldn't do anything. And now they're actually able to travel. Now they're able to buy homes and just all around living out their American dream. They'll go so far as to say the state of the world is in a better place now than it was under Trump. Never mind, we're on the brink of like what, 4 or 5 different wars around the world? And one of them, we're funding both sides.
Kamala Harris campaign ad right now. Please vote. The black vote is not for sale.
It is not.
Yo, the black vote is for sale, but it's cheap as hell. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to give any policy. You could be the sitting president or vice president, have made things a whole lot worse during your administration. Just give them some music, give them some rappers, some entertainment, you know, show some girls twerking, say a line or two, you know, tell them say it to my face, say all of that stuff, and you got the black vote. That's all you need. Have a few catchphrases, a few punchlines, and that's all. Because apparently we don't care about anything else other than being entertained. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you, for real. And I'm interested to know what you're thinking about this. What do you think about Steve Harvey, along with the Charlemagnes, along with the Roland Martins, the Plies, the D.L. Hugleys, all of these black men that are campaigning heavy for Kamala Harris, you know, that are now he's saying what pretty much the media has been doing, where they're not challenging her. They don't plan to ask her any hard questions. Like, look how they literally got Joe Biden here. He got exposed by Trump at the debate, and, you know, Trump pretty much ended his political career. He's been done ever since. Now Kamala's here, and she's not being asked any hard questions by the media. She's not sitting down for interviews. We're less than 2.5 months away from the election. Okay, we haven't seen her sit down for an interview. You notice she's not going to go into the lion's den like with other people that are actually going to get at her. But you're never going to see that. And here you have Steve Harvey saying that he wants to have her again on a platform where he can, you know, throw her softball questions, not challenge her, maybe get her to laugh at a few jokes.
And is that a socialist or progressive perspective?
No. I thought we were supposed to conserve things. I couldn't reconcile it. Now I can.
Or do you think clowns like this is what's wrong with the community? What's wrong with pushing back on the sitting VP to say, hey, why is the state of the economy in the country like this? What's wrong with having diversity of thought? You know, pushing back for the people that don't think like he does. You know, but he doesn't want to do that. He just wants to continue, you know, to think he knows what's best. And even though he has the power to, you know, at least bring some things to light, or at least have her address something, he says, fuck it. I know what's best for my people, and they're too stupid to know. And the ones that look to get informed and seek information, oh, no, they're just stupid. I don't know why they would want any information that Steve Harvey's not giving you. If it's anything else, then it's not true. You know, he spits the gospel with everything that comes out of his mouth. Either way, I am interested to know what you're thinking out there. I really don't have too much more to say. Let me get to my final clip. Gen Z, this one's for you. All right. You've seen what you've lived through from your, you know, late adolescence to now your early adult years. And is this the direction that you want to see it going? Especially when you see people come into this country illegally and taking all the resources. They're getting free government handouts, free everything that now the government is turning around and saying you need to go work your ass off for. Hold on real quick. This is Minnesota. Okay, this is Tim Walz's constituent right here.
$600, $1,600, like, oh my God, for 500 square foot. rent prices is outrageous, and then these jobs, they're bare minimum jobs. Like, I'm supposed to be in customer service. Before I was a server, I was working at like fast food restaurants, and nothing against them, love it, but we need them jobs. But why are you yelling at me over a burger? So it's one of those type of things. It's like the work life, trying to balance out school, trying to balance out finding housing. It's just overhyped. Like, I really waited my whole life to grow up and do this.
A lot of people are struggling financially in the country right now, and I hope the lifeboat with the life preservers are coming soon. But you know who's not gonna have a problem getting yelled at about the burgers and all that? Jorge and Pedro and Maria and Emilia and Juan and all of them. They're not gonna have a problem, and they're gonna do it for cheaper. You know, and that's just where we are in this country. And I hope, you know, it turns at some point sooner than later, but that's where we at. But till the next video, y'all be safe and stay wavy.